What's going on in New Jersey? We have these orbs flying in the sky. We have drones flying in the sky. What's the deal? Forget about it. I'm about to break it down for y'all guys. Ready? Check it out. So you got a lot of stuff going on in the skies right now. Keep in mind, the beginning of this year started with a report of 10-foot aliens in the Miami Mall. People were shooting at them. The cops surrounded. Their whole force came out. They shut down the power. They shut down the airports, right? This is what was being reported. That's how our 2024 year started. We're at the very end, and what do we have? Drones flying around the sky. Humongous drones we've never seen before, doing things we never seen. Insane technology. They can just disappear, right? They can go this way and then go like this, and like nothing we've ever seen. We see them going into the water. We see them coming out of water. We see rays of light coming out of the water. We see orbs going into volcanoes in Mexico. These are all footage that you can see online that are coming out within the past few weeks, right? Since basically the week of Thanksgiving. What's going on? Let's talk about it. All right. So you also have orbs in the sky. So you have two things going on. So the drones are obviously our own government. We don't need to argue about that, okay? If they weren't our government, they would be shot down. So they're obviously our own government. Trump came out and said that, right? That's obvious. What are they doing? There's a lot of different options, and a lot of people have different ideas about this. All right? I'm not going to get into all of them. I'm going to talk about the orb situation and the alien situation / demons. So we have these orbs in the sky that seem to be sentient. They seem to move and have life. And when people are talking to them, they start like moving and responding to what they're saying. All right? So the Bible talks about the stars being angels. If you zoom in on a star, it looks like these orbs. So as soon as I saw footage of these orbs, I knew what they were, because I know what stars look like and I know what stars are. Understanding biblical cosmology, you would know these things. You can see online where people zoom in on stars, and what they look like are orbs of light, and they look like light behind water. So if you have a water container, right, where you get your water from, water jug, let's say at work or whatever, and you put on like your phone light and you put it on top. I do this all the time when I get my water. And you see the light coming through the water. That's what a star is, and that's what a star looks like. So you'll see it morphing and moving. The light's moving. So it seems like the light is alive. Okay? So the Bible mentions that stars are angels. And angels are moving around in the sky. They are beyond the water of the firmament. This is all biblical. The Bible talks about a firmament, a solid dome, and it says that there are waters beyond the firmament and waters below the firmament. This is Genesis 1 stuff, right? The firmament was made to separate the waters from below, which is our waters on this earth, and the waters above the firmament. There's also a sea of glass it mentions, and the throne is above there. So the angels are beyond this water, and we're seeing the lights, which are these angels, these beings, and we're seeing them shine through. Now, that's just your regular stars that I'm talking about and your regular planets. By the way, planets are just stars. Planets are wandering stars. So they are angels that are not following the order. The other stars stay in their orbit, and the other ones go around in their own patterns. All right? So I'm going to read from you the Bible. Job 38:7. When the morning stars sang together, and all the sons of God shouted for joy. So the stars are being likened to the angels here. They are sentient beings. Angels are beings of light. They take human form. They can shapeshift. They can take all kinds of form. Lucifer was an angel, right? A fallen angel. He was in heaven, came down to earth. What form did he take? Right. He took the form of a serpent. And he spoke through the serpent. So demons can be on all kinds of form. We know that when Jesus was casting out the demons, they asked to be put into the pigs. So they can inhabit bodies that are already there, right? And they can shapeshift. So they don't always have physical form. They are spiritual beings. So these beings that are up there, these orbs, they could be good angels or they can be fallen angels. I tend to go with that they're probably fallen angels. Okay? So we're seeing this stuff in the skies right now at the end of the year. And the Vatican is about to open a portal, 5 or 6 portals that make the sign of Lucifer. Okay? And this is what we're seeing right before the end of the year. And we're looking at a rapture for Christmas and Hanukkah, which is on the same day. This is wild stuff going on in the skies. Now, guys, if these beings, people start talking to them and they start making communication and they start performing miracles, I believe that's actually going to happen. And that's when we're going to see the real stuff start to happen, right? The real deception that the Bible talks about, the greatest deception, the time of testing that the whole world would be put through, except for the believers. The believers would be protected from that time. It says in Revelation, I will save you from the time of testing that is coming upon the whole world. But those who love not the truth, which is Jesus Christ, and who have pleasure in a lie and unrighteousness, they will be deceived. God will give them over to great delusion. So when these beings start performing miracles in people's lives and healing limbs and healing, I don't know to what degree they're going to be able to do that. But Revelation talks about that, these false signs and miracles. Satan has power to do miracles. He can heal. Okay? He can cause sickness, and then he can take the sickness back, which will make it look like he's healing. Look at Moses. Moses had the power of God. He was doing miracles. Well, the Pharaoh brought his magicians out. He said, that ain't nothing. My magicians do the same thing through the power of their magic, right? And magic is just satanic power, unless it's coming from God. That's why we don't practice magic. We don't practice black magic. We don't practice white magic. There's no such thing as white magic. All magic is forbidden in the Bible because it leads to bad things. Watch the movie The Craft, right? And read your Bible. So Revelation 1:20, as for the mystery of the 7 stars that you saw in my right hand, the 7 stars are the angels of the 7 churches. So here we go again. The second verse. When you're looking at a principle to be established through the Bible, you should always find 2 or 3 witnesses, 2 or 3 verses, not just one. Don't just cherry pick, look for 2 or 3. Now I've got more than that. Jude 1:6, and the angels who do not stay within their own position of authority, but left their proper dwelling, he kept in eternal chains under gloomy darkness until the judgment of the great day. Revelation, this is talking about the fallen angels, right? Fallen light beings, stars who came and obviously took human form. And Genesis 6 tells us that they saw that the women were beautiful and they married with them and they mated with them and had children. Okay? So this is what we're talking about. Angels can take these forms. Now, a lot of people, Christians, say, well, but Jesus said that the angels don't marry. So then it's impossible for these beings to be angels that were, having sex with women. Well, Jesus is talking about the angels in heaven who follow their Father's order. They don't marry. They don't have children, correct? Right? They're celibate beings. They're just completely spiritual and totally following God and following his will at all times. And they don't need to have sex. They don't need to have families, right? Whatever that looks like. Well, when they disobey God, we already know that they can take form. They can take human form, and they do. Okay? So another verse here, Revelation 12:4, his tail swept down 1/3 of the stars of heaven and cast them to the earth. What are they talking about? They're talking about the angels that fell from heaven, and he calls them stars. His tail swept down 1/3 of the stars of heaven. It's talking about 1/3 of the angels left with Lucifer and cast them down to earth. They came down to earth with Satan. This is what we're talking about, guys. So I believe that the revealing of the Antichrist is on the cusp right now. Okay? With the opening of these portals, with Nosferatu coming out on December 25th. And you watch the trailer of that movie and it says, he's coming. He's coming. And it's, yeah, that's what we're talking about. And what's going on in New Jersey? Well, I've been saying forever, the Antichrist, I believe, is from New Jersey, which sounds hilarious until now. And we're seeing all this activity and these orbs and these crazy things over New Jersey. Well, it makes sense, kind of, right? Because the Antichrist is coming from there. Okay? Trump got in. His son-in-law, Jared Kushner, is going to be the Middle East peace plan man. 7 years of peace. He's the only one who can do it, Trump says. Trump is the forerunner to the Antichrist. Jared Kushner is from New Jersey. Pretty wild that the Antichrist will be from New Jersey. But I've been saying it for years. Same stuff, man. This is what we're seeing over New Jersey. and it's happening. I believe the Antichrist is going to be revealed very soon, but I believe that the rapture of the church is coming first. So when you see this, pray to Christ. Realize you're a sinner. He's the only way. Ask for forgiveness. Realize he died for you on the cross, and you can go to heaven. It's only by grace through faith. It's not by your works, lest any man should boast. So pick up a Bible and read it as soon as you can. Pick up the New Testament. Read the New Testament as soon as you can. Try to get to Revelation. If you're short on time or you're a little about it, start in John. Just start in John and just read. Just read every day. It's the most important thing you can do for your life. Love you guys. Keep coming back. And I'll see you in heaven. Peace.